You want buying opportunities for XRP and XLM? Well, experts say in the next couple days we've got a major correction coming. We're also going to talk about the SEC. Ooh, you got to hear about this one. Along with Ripple. Garlinghouse, did he fail at 60 minutes?
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
And happy Monday, the eve of Christmas Eve, and how are y'all doing? Before we get into the news, like people calling out Garlinghouse for the 60 minutes thing, dude, that's not his fault. But before we get into the news, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it beginning in the next video. Have you ever done so many edibles that like the next day you kind of feel like you got the durs, like the stupids? No, I mean, I don't feel that way. I'm just asking if you've ever done that. Harry LaFontaine says, brother, let's see this dip back to sub $1. I just want to pick up a few million more. Guess what, Harry? I've got news for you because we got some bigs out there telling us what? It's going to get bad. Chris Crook Radiating Love says, Biden has already been gone for most of his term, but we'll be happy to see the rest of the nasty players that will be gone away too. Ooh, what else do I got? I got a good one from Crazy Camel. He says, who the needs 200 million for a 3-day celebration? Talking about Trump's inauguration celebration. Talk about wasteful spending. What the hell, Musk? We need to stop wasteful spending, but let's spend 200 mil for 3 days. Exactly. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. If your whole platform is about, yo, we need to be like fiscally smart with this, why the hell are you spending 200 million for a celebration? And by the way, it's 225 million. I just don't get it. That's not a good symbol, right? Show people that you're going to be fiscally responsible. Bitcoin sitting at 93,012. Ooh, we're going to be talking buying ops. Market crash, but I'm going to put the positive spin on this. I'm going to call it buying ops. ETH at 33.21, XP at 216. We're going to talk XP XLM price at the end, along with XLM hanging out at 35.4, sub 30 cent XLM price potentially. ICP fans, you're loving it because you're back in double digits. $10.10. 84,000 is Bitcoin's worst case scenario. All right, so we're talking BTC right now at 93. Correcting to 84. That puts you XRP well below $2 and XLM below 30 cents. Close to like that like 28, 29 cent range. XRP close to like the $1.90 mark. Basically what they're saying is, look, we've got some pain coming. Streicher's analysis highlights the unique dynamics of the upcoming quarterly expiry, which accounts for 44% of all BTC options. The max pain level is 84,000, which is the typical indication of where do the expiry to end up in normal market circumstances. So basically saying when the contract is over, it's going to line up with that max pain level, 84,000. Now, this coincides with what? Low volume through Christmas. And Christmas, honestly, a lot of players take profit, right? I mean, think about it. You need some cash, what do? You tap the markets, baby. You can't sell a house in seconds. No. Did you take that many edibles yesterday? No, you can't sell a house in seconds. So you sell some of your investments, right? So people that need liquidity are going to be able to dump that liquidity and get in onto whatever the hell they want to get into. You've also got a lot of negative short-term sentiment. Jerome really pissed in the Cheerios, okay? The whole going from 4 to 2 rate cuts, that's a big deal. CPI can save us, okay? Hit the subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out because we'll have a live stream regarding that. Pivotal. We get 3 months in a row hot CPI data. Jerome is going to keep his hands around our necks and no safe word is going to save you. Asparagus, asparagus, asparagus. So you got bigs out there saying, yo, major pain coming. Mt. Gox's Bitcoin on the move. Not worried about this at all. I'm bringing this up because there are going to be some people out there trying to FUD this bullshit. Look, Mt. Gox moved $49.3 million. That's it. 49.3. Don't care. Michael Saylor will look at that and be like, look, the change I got in my pocket, MicroStrategies will buy that right now. No one's worried about that, so don't fall for the FUD regarding that. The options expiry, yeah. The idea that volume is going to be poopy low, yeah. What about the idea that this might even carry over into the next year? Yeah. Because think about this. Let's just zoom out real quick, okay? So let's say you're a big whale, like big money, okay? And you're like, yo, I've got $1 billion to invest, right? You're sitting there and you're like, man, these next 4 weeks could really suck, dude, because the people that are in charge now could piss on our Cheerios more. Jerome Powell could be even more hawkish between now and then. And you still got people like Gensler in charge that ain't the best for crypto. Or you could be sitting there with that same $1 billion. Because remember, you're a whale, okay? We're role-playing here. Not naughty role-playing, although it sounds like fun. Haven't had that in a while. So we're sitting there, we got the $1 billion to invest, and then we're like, well, wait a minute. But after January 20th, we're going to be getting regs, we're going to be getting new leadership, we're going to be getting a crypto czar in effect, we're going to be getting a whole bunch of good things. Bet you a lot of money is going to sit on the sidelines and wait. Now, that's good for post-January 20th crypto action. It's bad for right now because that's not money that could help right now keep things floating. So you got pressure to take money out. We've seen that around the holidays before. We've seen how low volume kind of just sparks, just kind of some players getting out. It's like, okay, well, whatever. Right? You've got the negativity still with the leadership. Where has Biden been? I don't know. Maybe he's in the basement. I don't know. Does the White House have a basement? I'm sure it does. It's got tunnels that connect to everything. So you got that whole dynamic going on. Now, let's talk about SEC action because I wanted to highlight something. This is a really, really long article. And as always, any articles you see in this video, along with my other ones, will be linked to everyone in the description below. Talked about money on the sideline, and that's why I'm bringing this up. Is because a lot of players out there couldn't even talk about crypto. Listen to this, and this is one of those things that gets swept under the rug by a lot of channels because it's not sexy. You're sexy. I feel sexy sometimes. But this is the juicy news. This is the real shit. This is why you hit the subscribe button. Totally worth it. Marketing rule sweep. Now, mind you, this is some of the SEC actions that they've done in 2024 that we have to unwind. The SEC continued to enforce compliance with the marketing rule, which regulates how investment advisors can market their services. In fiscal year 2024, the SEC settled charges against more than a dozen investment advisors for violating the marketing rule. What were they marketing? Crypto products. So it wasn't just the fact that the SEC was going after Ripple, XRP, exchanges, library. No, they were also going after investment advisors and them recommending crypto to their customers. That's how messed up this is. So when you zoom out and you look at like, oh my gosh, all that money sitting on the sideline, yeah, there's a reason. Because laws like that are still going to be in place in January 20th because we need to rewrite the rules. So if you've got $1 billion, and like I said, we're role playing, you got that billion, you're sitting here going, dude, there's a lot of bullshit like this out here. Yeah, there is. But that's going to get fixed after January 20th. A lot of that money is going to start building up on the sidelines. They're not going to make the plays now, and they're going to wait till these changes take place. Big money is usually very slow to move. It's like the Titanic, hard to steer. You learned a lot on this one? They're having a lot of fun. Overdoing it on edibles the day before. Come on, what kind of bush league bullshit is that? XRP lawsuit news. Expert reveals Vatkins will dismiss the case. Remember, you still have the case going on, right? What about all the people that Gensler appointed to big-time positions before the end of this year? Yeah, those people are still going to have jobs. They're still going to be working while Trump's players are in play. You can't fire people because they got jobs before, and you have to fire people because their performance sucks. You just can't discriminate them. I mean, I guess you could, but then like you'd get in trouble. Let's learn. However, XRP enthusiasts are confused and eager about how long the case might continue. Former SEC lawyer Mark Fagel wrote on social media, the appeal will continue for now, and that process takes about a year. But there is a possibility that the new administration decides to move to dismiss the appeal. That's not something I recall happening before, but it's possible and maybe likely. Stark also warns of a major clash between Trump's administration and Gensler's SEC picks. Stark describes Gensler's recent promotions as part of the deep state crusade to secure influence before leaving the office. Okay, that's the thing. You still have What, everyone? Yeah, Pocahontas out there, Elizabeth Warren. She's still got power. What about all the SEC people that we just talked about here? Getting jobs. Getting important jobs. Keeping the whole action going for the crypto haters. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're still in power. So there's a lot of money built up on the sidelines. All right. Have to bring this up. And then we're going to talk Xrp XLM price actionis. You want buying apps? Ooh. Ripple News. Gary Cardone says Brad Garlinghouse failed investors on 60 Minutes. What? What? Well, let's read this. We'll talk about it, and then we'll talk price. Happy Monday, everyone. On the Good Morning Crypto Show, Gary Cardone of Cardone Digital Ventures shared his thoughts on the Garlinghouse appearance. He pointed out that Ripple paid for the interview, which likely cost millions, and questioned why Garlinghouse would let it be edited in a way that made him look bad. I don't think that was Garlinghouse's choice on how it was edited. Like, he does the interview, they chop it up however they want, and you saw how it was slanted. So, Gary Cardone, I don't think you're exactly right on this one. The other problem I got, too, is think. Who is the author of the 60 Minutes piece? It's 60 Minutes. And the author can say whatever they want. They could sway a story any way they want, right? So that's what they chose to do. How is Garlinghouse responsible for it? Let's pretend I interviewed Brad Garlinghouse, right? And we're talking crypto, we're talking XRP, and like, you know, I throw a little side comment in there. Brad, what do you think about big jumblies? And he's like, Klaus, everyone loves big jumblies. So what if all of a sudden I ignored all the crypto shit, right? And I was like, yo, Brad loves big jumblies. And that was like the highlight of it. I didn't talk about the 99% of the other shit. Is that Brad's fault, or is that my fault for the one who's bringing that news? You see what I'm saying? So don't blame Brad for 60 Minutes. Blame A, shit junk journalism, which this is not. Thank you very much. That's a like button right there. But blame shit junk journalism. Blame the fact that legacy media just sucks, and again, like the government and money, it's like steering the Titanic, it takes forever. And traditional finance still does not like crypto. Well, let's talk about crypto. All right, overall market, we're sitting at 54 on the Fear and Greed Index, 48 out of 100. BTC has been doing its thing. You know how it works, right? BTC is definitely taking the reins on this. We're going to look at XLM, which is right now sitting at 17th in market cap at $10.8 billion. Volume still healthy overall at 448 million, about 10 times the normal volume of XLM. You can see over the last 24 hours, definitely range bound, just north of 35 to just under 37. Zoom out to that 7-day, and as soon as we brought that support on 40 cents, we've had trouble maintaining it. We've needed a couple attempts, haven't been getting there. Now, if the news of what they're saying is right, or these players out there, these big whales out there saying, yo, you're going to have another chance to buy Christmas week, man. You're going to have another chance to buy. You just got to be patient. Does that give you the chance to buy sub 30 cent XLM? It does line up with right around sub 30 cent XLM. So just throwing it out there. Where are your buy targets? Because right now we're in the mez zone. You're like, I wouldn't sell my XLM right now because in recent history, I just saw the thing hit 50 cents, 55 cents, 60 cents. So it'd be stupid for me to sell it at 36 cents. You're like, do I really want to buy more? Well, I don't know. If you play your cards right, you can buy at some juicy sales. Or you zoom out a little bit and you're like, yo, girlfriend, maybe I'm still buying a little bit too high. My point is, you're going to see a lot of opportunities. You're going to see a lot of volatility here in the next 4 weeks. And for XLM, which has lacked the volume, lacked the volatility to bring in a lot of good juicy money, this could be the time for a lot of players to make moves. Now, XRP, we've got that same oscillating looking blah. Touch some big numbers? Yeah, we have. Have you been able to buy subdued $2 XRP? Sure. So now again, think of that big money on the sidelines. Big money on the sidelines goes, yo, girlfriend, less than a month ago, we could have bought XRP for $1.35. Like 6 weeks ago, we could have bought XRP for like 50 cents. So money on the sideline is definitely going to wait. It's going to stay there until we get clarity in regards to a few things. In terms of XRP's pops on up, look, Big move, had to deal with Gary Gensler in the SEC. So for you short-term players out there, opportunity maybe with Gary Gensler and his actual day of resignation. I think there could be some juice there, right? Know a lot of XRP and Ripple fans are going to celebrate that. I know there's going to be a tweet I'm going to share with Brad for all you on that day. So you got that. What about XRP ETFs? That's very juicy. Very, very juicy. When would those ETFs be happening? Sometime in 2025, pretty early, within the first half of the year. So you got that, right? What else do you have for XRP? We got to talk about the case. Maybe they dismiss it. Maybe they're like, look, let's just propose, a fine, blah, blah, blah. We'll offer the... We don't know. We're going to find that out. So that's a wild card. But ETFs are good. Change at the SEC is good. These are directly related to XRP. RLUSD launch had some good news, right? We're going to see what happens in the first few weeks of 2021 with RLUSD. We're going to see what that market cap looks like, see what the trust in Ripple is, which is going to give us a better picture overall of the ecosystem. So we got a lot going on. You're going to be dealing with pain. You're going to be dealing with people going, I don't know. This is kind of boring. I don't know. But the markets are giving you opportunities to play it both ways, on the up or the down. The 1 month chart of XLM looks like this. The 1 month chart of XRP looks like this. Very different stories right now. But XLM also pumped a lot sooner than did XRP. So now XLM, people are going, oh crap, are we missing out? Is it over? Is the juice done? Is there going to be another reload happening in the future? XRP fans are waiting on the specifics we just talked about. That was a bit long. That's what she said. Now, there are definitely going to be some opportunities there. And I think there's going to be opportunities on both sides to buy and sell. Volatility is going to be absolutely wild for these next few months. End of the year is going to be one thing. Going into the Trump administration launch, that's going to be another thing. And then all the changes that happen afterwards is going to be yet another thing. So you are going to have some wild, wild times ahead. And then you got the ETF products. And then once you get more clarity, that money on the sideline is going to be like, yo, we finally got the regs. We can play in this backyard because we're Weenie Hut Juniors and we don't like the risk. We like the risk, right? We're playing the game. They're just the tip game. Although some of us are playing a lot more than that because, yeah, you got the big bags. Either way. So, big stuff coming. I'm going to keep you informed. And yes, I know tomorrow is Christmas Eve and the day after is Christmas Day. So don't worry. I'll be bringing you news anyways. Why? Because I'm Santa Claus. And 'twas the night before Christmas and all through the house not a creature was stirring except for crypto with Klaus. Choo choo, bitches.